Focus remains on dangerous toxins in drinking water all across New York State. The state actually missing its first deadline, and they set it themselves. Our Capitol correspondent Morgan Mackay explains what this will mean for you and your family.
It was just a profound disappointment.
Environmental advocate Liz Moran calls the lack of inaction on the state level disappointing to the communities and people who worry about their drinking water every day.
The governor first promised that we would start regulating these chemicals and testing for these chemicals over a year ago. So the fact that the public is still waiting is really disappointing.
The Drinking Water Quality Council was created a year ago to determine at what level dangerous toxins can be present in the drinking water. But the council failed to meet its October 2nd deadline.
Every day they don't have this standard in place is a day longer that there are thousands of New Yorkers that could be exposed to chemicals that are unsafe for their health.
The state did not explain why they failed to meet their own deadline, but they did put out a press release that day announcing that the governor is allotting $200 million in grant funding to help communities address the toxins in their water. The only problem is that money can't really be used until the levels are established.
What are they going to be treating for? What's the level that they're going to be addressing? Until we have an enforceable drinking water standard in New York State, that question remains unanswered.
The Health Department and the Department of Environmental Conservation sent a statement saying that while setting contaminant levels is important, it involves a complex regulatory process to set achievable and enforceable standards that will fully protect New Yorkers. The Drinking Water Quality Council will be meeting on October 17th, but it is unlikely that the contaminant levels will be established that day. Reporting from the Capitol, I'm Morgan Mackay.
Still to come tonight here on Eyewitness News First at 10, taking a stand to help those in our neighborhood living with autism. We're going to show you how you can get involved. First, though, let's take a check on that not-so-fall-like forecast. Rachel.
Temperatures made it close to 80 degrees for this afternoon, but some big changes are ahead. Your full forecast is coming up right after the break.
Now, your Eyewitness weather forecast.
Temperatures making it close to 80 degrees this afternoon. We're quiet, at least for now, but we'll watch for some pretty big changes over the next 24 hours. At 68 degrees in Utica right now, our dew point at 64 with a southeast breeze 7 miles per hour. It's just that wind direction that has kept our temperatures close to 80 over the last few days, but a cold front is going to change everything starting tomorrow, definitely for Friday. We're at 64 in Dolgeville, 65 in Lake Pleasant, 67 in Cooperstown, and all of these numbers, even at this time of night, are higher than where our average high temperature should be. We're supposed to be right about 60 degrees. We've been significantly warmer over the last few days, but a very strong cold front already cutting itself through the Midwest right now. This is the air that's on its way through the Great Lakes over the next 24 hours on its way to central New York by Friday. This is going to take our high temperatures down into the 50s by Friday. And this cold front is strong enough to really set off a pattern change. So we're saying goodbye to the 70s and 80s. We only have one more day of that for tomorrow before this colder air mass just parks itself over top of central New York. And that comes at a price, too. We have rain showers, maybe some thunderstorms as this cold front moves in. Not so much for tonight, though. We're under mainly clear skies, just a few passing clouds. Watching for increasing cloud cover. Starting tonight, maybe an isolated rain shower chance in there tonight. A much better chance by very early tomorrow morning. Now, our cold front will come with 2 chances of rain, one before the actual cold front comes through. That's going to be in the early morning hours of tomorrow. Some heavy rain embedded in there, too. So we're waking up to mostly cloudy skies, rain showers through the first half of the morning, a bit of a break, more isolated rain showers. But here's our cold front that will be moving through for Thursday afternoon. This is also going to bring a heavy rain threat with it just for a couple hours. Now, this cold front switches our wind direction and brings in significantly cooler air over the still warm lake. So this is going to bring the chance of lake effect rain showers for very early Friday. Otherwise, we're just holding on to the cloud cover with some isolated rain shower chances in there too. It's really just leftover moisture for Friday, not going to be a washout for the end of the work week. And once the cold air gets here, it's here to stay for a while. So for tonight, watching for the chance of just a few isolated rain showers later on tonight, mainly for early tomorrow morning. 2 rounds of rain possible, going to be in the late morning hours, a break, and then afternoon and evening as the cold front comes through. And that's going to drop us from the 70s to the 50s by Friday. 40s for high temperatures on Saturday. Mostly cloudy skies throughout much of the weekend into early next week with highs staying in the 50s. Angie?
All right, Rachel, thank you. Coming up tonight here on Eyewitness News, first at 10, living with Lyme disease. It's an everyday battle for a local woman, and tonight she's sharing her story with us. We'll be right back.
It's a role many in our area are stepping into as mentor. Test 1, 2.
This is Eyewitness News, first at 10.
It's a role many in our area are now stepping into, serving as a mentor for local children that are suffering from autism. Eyewitness News reporter Ben Dennis shows us learning is now becoming a two-way street.
At the bowling alley, Megan Slisky looks after a 7-year-old girl and a 9-year-old boy. Both have autism.
Nina is nonverbal, but she's a ball to be around. She flaps all the time. She's always happy. She loves life. And Dylan is a little genius. He knows a little bit about everything. He's one of the smartest people I've probably met in my entire life.
And when she's not studying physical therapy at Utica College, Megan provides respite service for Nina and Dylan's parents.
One of my favorite things that they say about children with autism is that if you've met one child with autism, you've met one child with autism.
Since 2016, Megan has mentored 4 children through the Kilberman Center. And during an agency event, she says the part-time role is a way to learn away from campus.
With the children that I've worked with, they've taught me that their personalities are all different, and that's something we don't get in school. They can explain it to us, but until you're with the children, you don't actually understand how fast something can set them off or frustrate them.
Miranda Esargini has a brother with special needs. She's also a college student studying psychology at SUNY Poly. Now she mentors 4 people. The oldest is 37.
No matter what level that any of our, cases are at, we're going to get them as independent as possible.
When it comes to the added responsibility of mentor, Miranda and Megan share a similar sentiment.
And I'm just really lucky to work with them, and I'm so glad they're in my life.
In Utica, Ben Dennis, Eyewitness News, first at 10.